Kvatch stands battered but unbroken. Against all odds, I have shattered the siege and pulled victory from the jaws of despair. In the heart of ruin, I found Martin Septim, alive and unaware of the burden that rests upon his shoulders. With him safe, the flame of hope yet flickers in this darkened age. The Daedric prince, Mehrunes Dagon, has reason to tremble, for the blood of the dragon still flows. There is little time to rest. The mythic dawn, vile cultists who serve Dagon's will, have been unmasked. Their hidden sanctuary has been discovered, and it falls to me to confront them. Within their lair, they twist faith into madness and offer prayers to a god of destruction. That corruption must be cleansed. I will strike at their heart without hesitation. Every step I take is another blow against the growing shadow. I do this not for glory, but for the world that still holds light. Martin travels in safety for now, watched over by loyal allies. As for me, I walk once more into danger, sword drawn and spirit steady. The gods are watching. I will not fail.
Hello, and welcome back to some more Oblivion with Anderin Selis. Today we're going to pick up exactly where we left off last time, finding the cult of the Mythic Dawn and putting a stop to them. So normally, when I do this quest, I do the whole infiltration thing, and I was going to do that because I like to hear the dialogue and you get to hear Mankar Cameron talking. But I was thinking, you know, Anderin's not really in that mindset to infiltrate, at least at the moment. I see him more just going in and killing them. He is like a divine crusader, right? He's not going to pretend to be worshiping some Daedric god. So yeah, we're just gonna go right in and kill everyone. That sounds more holy to me. Like the real crusaders in history. Come on, Valden. Stop messing around with the bear. I've arrived at the Lake Arius Caverns. The secret Mythic Dawn Shrine must be somewhere inside. Wonder where it is. I hope we find it this video.
Dawn is breaking.
Greet the new day.
Welcome, brother. The hour is late, but the Master still has need for willing hands. You may pass into the shrine. Hera will take you to the Master for your initiation into the service of Lord Dagon. Do not tarry. The time of preparation is almost over. The time of cleansing is near.
Yeah. Except the time of cleansing, in my mind, is very different from the time of cleansing you're talking about.
You should not linger here.
Oh, I'm not going to linger here for too long. My cover is blown. The Mythic Dawn know that I am an enemy. I must reach the inner shrine and locate the Amulet of Kings. I like how my sword hasn't even hit him yet. And he's just dopey smiling at us. My cover is blown, you guys. Oh no. What will Harrow do? Oh, he'll die. Alright, let's get a murder, and there's a lot of people in here. It's funny because they're level 65 like us, but I guess they just scale really bad because they're not too tough, are they? Oh, I thought Belgium was pissed at us for a second.
Praise be.
The dragon throne is empty, and we hold the Amulet of Kings. Praise be to your brothers and sisters. Great shall be their reward in paradise.
Praise be.
Hear now the words of Lord Dagon. When I walk the earth again, the faithful among you shall receive your reward, to be set above all other mortals forever.
Who does he think he is? Acting all
As for the rest, the weak shall be winnowed.
Oh, Valjen's pissed.
The mighty
I didn't know you could still hear his speech if you come in here. Of course, he still teleports away, but... Praise be. Mankar Cameron escaped to his realm of paradise and with the Amulet of Kings, and closed his magical portal behind him. But the Mysterium Xarxes itself is here in the shrine. I must get the Mysterium Xarxes. It is my only hope of finding a way to recover the amulet. Where are you going? Back here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear him anyways, so... I might try to increase the volume in the editor, but I don't even know if that'll help. He was so quiet. I thought you'd have something unique. Oh well. Let's wake up our best friend, Julius. Do you want to release the prisoner? Yep. How's it going? Wait, let me talk to you. Where are you going? Well, at least let me make you essential, okay? And let's grab the book. Very pretty. I have the Mysterium Xarxes, the Mythic Dawn's Book of Secrets. Now I must escape this place and return to Cloud Ruler Temple. Stand under it. Yeah, you want to save that Argonian, because if he lives, I think he gives you, like, some pretty good stat boosts. Like, quite a few level ups, I think. Kind of like Boris. If we go talk to Boris, he'll give us a bunch of different training. Apparently, Julius knows the way to go better than we do. Let's just follow him, I guess.
Who's there?
Be glad. You won't see the day.
There's so many people in here. Like this guy just standing there. Storeroom guard. He's not even hostile. He's just chilling. Okay. Well, we might have just murdered an innocent man. As innocent as a Daedric worshiper can get, I guess. I guess I am being pretty judgmental here. We did all the Daedric quests as Anderin. Except for one. We did not do, what's his name? The tentacle guy. Like Hermanius Mora? Yeah. Never did his. Because in order to do his, you have to do every other single Daedric quest. And I think be like a pretty high level. We are still going to do that, though. I'm going to try to fit it into the story so it makes a little bit of sense. Where is he, Valdrin? Find him. Hunt him down. Can't have gotten too far. Or are you trying to kill the lizard man? That's also possible. Oh, no, there you are. Just a different one. This is a different one. Valdrin's locked in. Oh my gosh. A lot of people here. Are we finally away? Just killed like 50 people, but maybe there's still more.
Hail. Thank you for saving me, friend. I don't know who you are, but it is clear that Akatosh guides you. I am a priest in the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. Perhaps our paths will cross again one day. Is that who they were? All I know is that they intended to sacrifice me to their dark god. If only I could erase the memory of that hellish place.
I find Skooma usually helps.
Be seeing you.
Yeah, if you talk to him in the Imperial City, I think he gives you some free skills. Not that it really matters, because almost all of ours are maxed. Speaking of, we should go get Restoration maxed, since that is the only one that is not at 100. So yeah, let's do that right now. Yeah, I was gonna say they should be in the camp since we rescued everyone in the temple. And I think that's all you have to do to get the restoration
I'm
trainer.
just lucky to be alive.
Greetings, traveler. What do you seek?
I seek training.
You have helped to save Kvatch, or what is left of it. For that, I can do nothing less than help you spread healing throughout Cyrodiil. I shall offer you whatever skill I have. I'm willing to teach if you're willing to learn.
As a master of restoration, your healing and protective spells now have the ability to dispel continuous damage effects.
Only quality goods
That's
for
not very
sale
good,
here.
is it?
What
Restore
can I
health
interest you?
3 points for 300 seconds. Okay, it's not bad. Constant heal that you just throw up.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I think that is the last skill we needed. The only one we don't have max is unarmored, and that's because that's from a mod. I don't know if that mod adds like skill trainers, so I'm just not even gonna worry about it. All right, let's go to Cloud Ruler Temple.
Thank Talos you've returned safely. Do you have the amulet?
I'm mind blown how well Valjean is actually keeping up with us this time. No, Mangar Cameron escaped with it.
Please tell me you have some good news.
I murdered a bunch of people, and I also have the Mysterium Xarxes.
Ah, good. You should take that to Martin right away. He'll be in the Great Hall reading. He's hardly taken time to sleep since you left.
Ah, what a nice guy. I know I can trust him, because he was so trustworthy in Lord of the Rings, too. He never tried to take the ring. Hey, it's BOIS.
I never had time to properly thank you for your help back in the Imperial City. I wouldn't have made it back here if it weren't for you.
Yes.
If you need armor, weapons, or just a place to sleep, the barracks in the West, they'll pay.
I think he's actually not able to train us
Farewell.
because our skills are all maxed. It's interesting. I've never had my skills maxed when I did the main quest, I guess. I wonder if the Argonian we saved will be the same way, where he can't train us anymore past 100.
Ah, you're back. I told Joffrey not to worry. I can see you've had bad news. You didn't recover the amulet, did you?
No. I failed. We lost.
By the Nine! Such a thing is dangerous even to handle.
Alright,
me.
alright, calm down.
You were right to bring it, but you'd better give it to me. I know some ways to protect myself from its evil power.
Can the Mysterium Xarxes lead us to a Cameron?
I don't know. Maybe. I suspect that the secret of how to open a portal to Cameron's paradise lies within these pages. But I will need time. Tampering with dark secrets, even just reading them, can be very dangerous. I'll have to proceed carefully. In the meantime, you should speak to Joffrey. He was concerned about reports of spies in Bruma.
Sure.
This evil book was written by Mehrunes Dagon himself, and given by him to Manca Cameron. I believe Manca Cameron used it to create his paradise. It should give us the means to open a gate there ourselves. I will continue studying it. I put aside the dark arts when I became a priest, but the workings of fate may be seen in this too. The gods can turn anything to good, or so I piously told those who came to see me for advice. Perhaps I may yet come to believe it myself.
Yeah, if you hand Martin
I hope to have at least part
the
of the Mysterium
Sanguine
Xarxes
Rose, he
translated.
comments that he's seen it before.
Speak to Joffrey about the
So,
spies in the meantime.
I think he was a Sanguine worshipper. Kind of funny. Alright. Where are you, Joffrey? Keep switching rooms on me.
Sir,
There you are.
I hope Martin knows what he's doing with that evil book. I fear for what it could do to him if he's not careful.
He'll be fine. He said there were spies about.
Ah, yes, I hope you can help. The gate guards have reported seeing strangers on the road for the past several nights.
Strangers.
I cannot leave Cloud Ruler undefended while my men search the whole mountainside, but these spies must be eliminated.
I'll find him.
Thank you. Talk to Stefan. He can tell you where he has seen them. Captain Bird in Bruma may also be able to help. I've asked the Countess to have the guard keep an eye out for strangers. Track down the spies and kill them. Find out what they know and what they're planning, if possible.
Just kill them,
Yes?
huh? Don't even give him a
So I
chance.
said,
These like
leave the
actual
money in
blades you
that.
can take.
I wish
No,
I could.
I never noticed those before. Don't really ever look up
But it seems you did all
in
right
video
on your
games,
own.
do you? Unless the game forces you to. Alright, let's
I'll
go
feel better
ask
when you've eliminated
Stefan.
those.
what can I do for you, sir?
Spies?
We always see them near the rune stone at dusk. They aren't too woodcrafty, but Grandmaster Joffrey has forbidden us to range too far from the walls. But it seems that you have been given the freedom to attack the enemy that we all crave. Good luck. We will keep the Emperor safe here. Don't worry.
That has to be like one of the strangest lines of dialogue. But you have been given the opportunity to attack the enemy that we all crave. I get what you're saying, but it's a weird way to phrase it. Alright, let's get down this mountain without freaking killing ourselves. And wait. Ah, a spy. Oh, she's dead. The Mythic Dawn agent named Juril is dead. I should continue to search for other spies and locate their base in Bruma. Perhaps I should speak to Captain Bird is the word. Oop, I just got another journal update. I found a key marked basement key. I like how it's marked. Perhaps this clue can help me locate a Mythic Dawn agent's base in Bruma. Captain Bird may be able to provide some information about suspicious activity. He'll give me the word.
I'm Captain Bird, commander of the Bruma Guard.
So I've heard. Spies?
Except for Juril coming back from a trip down south, things are pretty quiet. Not much travel right now with the Oblivion crisis. I've told my men to keep a sharp eye out, but I've had no reports of any strangers in town. What about you? Turned up anything suspicious?
Yes. Juril was a Mythic Dawn agent. How do I know this? She had a key labeled basement or something. I don't know.
God's blood. So she was the spy? Seems there's no one you can trust these days.
True.
Since you're working with Cloud Ruler Temple, I'm going to authorize you to search Juril's house. I'll pass the word to my men. We won't interfere.
All right.
Stop talking. I'm listening.
I don't know why he hates us so much. Maybe because of the infamy. I still don't know why. But our infamy never actually reset. It must be some mod I have. Our infamy's still 63. I'm going to see if I can change that right now because it kind of pisses me off. There we go. Now our infamy is 0. I don't like whatever mod changed that. That, to me, one of the whole points of the Knights of the Nine DLC is removing the infamy. You know, you're cleansing yourself of your sins. And if that doesn't happen, what's the point? People should be friendlier with us now. Oh, look, there's a trapdoor. Ah, who would have thought? With some Mythic Dawn commentaries. And some orders. I found a document in the basement that reveals the enemy's plans. I should show this document to Joffrey immediately. The master was pleased to hear of your activities outside of Coral. The more gates that we open, the nearer we are to the glorious cleansing. The master has chosen you and Severi for a most crucial mission, a sign of your advancement through the ranks of the chosen. We have learned that the Septim Heir has gone to ground at Cloud Ruler Temple, the lair of the accursed blades. The Master has made its destruction the top priority of the Order, and Lord Dagon has committed whatever resources are required. 2 spies. Pending your report on the Septim's activities at Cloud Ruler Temple and your assessment of the temple defenses and possible routes of escape, we plan to open a great gate in the open ground before Bruma as soon as possible. Remember, the first 3 lesser gates represent only the preliminary stages of Great Gate deployment. Do not in any way compromise your cover in defense of these gates. New ones can be quickly and easily reopened. And once the Great Gate is opened, the fall of Bruma is assured. Cloud Ruler Temple cannot stand long after that, and the Septim will be caught like a rat in the trap. We would welcome any further details you can offer concerning the Imperial agent who rescued Martin from Kavach. But again, we caution you, do not risk confrontation. This individual is not to be trifled with. She's talking about us. The dawn is breaking. Aruma Cameron, who is now dead. Yeah, usually you run into both of them. But I didn't see the Dark Elf lady. Is she in the tunnel somewhere? Weird. Huh. I guess she fled or something? Alright, well, let's go tell Joffrey. I can't hear that name without thinking of Game of Thrones. And that makes me hate Joffrey even more. King Joffrey. Hello.
What have you learned about the spies?
Show Joffrey the orders.
This makes for grim reading. The Mythic Dawn did not take long to locate Martin again. The document speaks of 2 agents. You need to eliminate both of them.
I've never heard that dialogue before.
The plans you found make it clear that the Mythic Dawn will soon move against us here.
Huh.
You must eliminate the agents.
That's kind of cool.
Hail.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is a second one. Usually I kill her right next to the other one. There you are. There we go. They're both dead. Okay, now we can return to Joffrey and tell him the good news. Gosh dang.
What have you learned about the spies? Excellent work. I knew I could count on you. The gods did not idly choose you as their agent, whatever you may think. But we have not eliminated the threat against Bruma and Cloud Ruler Temple, only delayed it. I will warn the Countess of the danger. You should speak to Martin. I believe he has made some progress with the Mysterium Xarxes.
Oh, that was fast.
I will send word to the Countess at once of the danger to Bruma.
What up?
I've deciphered part of the ritual needed to open a portal to Cameron's Paradise.
That's convenient.
Xarxes mentions 4 items needed for the ritual, but so far I have only deciphered one of them. The blood of a Daedra lord. In fact, Daedric artifacts are known to be formed from the essence of a Daedric lord, from whence they derive their great power. Not an easy thing to come by, obviously, but we will need a Daedric artifact. Bring it to me when you have acquired one.
Good news. I already have all of them. Alright, we can go grab one. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter what we give him. Usually I'm pretty picky, but when we head to the Shivering Isles, I'm basically going to go in there butt naked. So all this loot won't really matter. Let's give him the Sanguine Rose because, one, it's not very useful, but also he has some cool dialogue when you give it to him. Cooler, in my opinion, than some of the other ones, but it is worth giving him each artifact just to hear what he has to say about it. All right, I got it.
I won't ask what you went through to obtain this, my friend. I know all too well the depravity of the princes of Oblivion. Are you ready to give me the artifact? Remember, the ritual will consume its physical form. It won't be seen again on Tamriel for many years.
Oh, well. Yeah, I'm not giving you Spellbreaker. I'm not giving you Azura Star. But you can have this crappy rose.
I never thought to see this again. I once possessed it, briefly. A lifetime ago, it seems now. To obtain it and then give it up. I honor your dedication to our cause.
Yeah, well, what else can I do?
You should talk to Joffrey. He needs your help. Trouble down in Bruma, I think.
I never know if these quests are actually essential and you have to do them. Like, are they considered part of the main quest? Or I always thought they were side stuff. Like, I didn't think you actually had to do the Bruma gate stuff. But maybe you do.
I've just received word from the Countess of Bruma that an Oblivion gate has opened outside the city. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion. Since you've dealt with these gates before, I'd like you to help the Countess's guard close this gate. Once they've seen how it's done, they should be able to handle any new gates on their own.
This is a strange angle to talk to you from, but where is it?
Captain Bird is waiting for you outside the Bruma City gate. He'll show you the Oblivion gate, although I doubt it will be hard to find.
I also doubt it'll be hard to find.
Rendezvous with Captain Bird immediately.
Rendezvous with Captain Bird so he can give me the word. Oh, there it is. Almost missed it.
Thanks for coming. Since we had the hero of Kvatch available, I didn't think it made sense to try this on our own the first time. We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll follow you into that hell-spawned gate.
Hold on, I'm not ready.
We'll hold here until you're ready. Although I'd rather not sit around waiting to see what else comes out of that gate.
You guys all essential? No, you're not. Well, let's do our duty as a divine crusader. Bless them with eternal life. Alright, let's roll.
We're ready. Alright, give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now. Alright, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there. Nobody likes the idea of going into that thing, but it's our job, and we're going to do it. If we don't, Bruma ends up a smoking pile of rubble, like what happened at Kvatch. And that's not going to happen here. Not while I'm captain of the guard. Boor, Soren, you're with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. I would hope so. Haven't even made it to the gate. Yeah, so one of the, I think the spell mod I have changes some of the perks for, like, spell casting, and one of them, I think it was Mysticism, made it so when you kill enemies, your enchanted weapon gets a little bit of a charge back, I think. I don't think it's, like, a lot, but it might give it, like, 3 charges every time you kill someone. Seems pretty good.
Let's make these bastards sorry they messed with Bruma.
Yeah. Bruma, best city.
So good.
So far, so good. Oh boy. 18 Zavali. This won't get old quick. Why do they have to all be Zavali? Alright, well. Let's at least get some enchanted stuff on our sword. Oh my gosh, dude. If I ever play through Oblivion again, I'm getting a mod that completely de-levels enemies. Like, I have one that supposedly lets lower level enemies spawn more often, but I just want one that makes it where not every single enemy is, like, maxed out. It's so annoying. Definitely the worst part about Oblivion. I'm a big Oblivion fan. It's probably my favorite game ever made, but the scaling, man. Whoever thought that was a good idea needs to be fired. They didn't do it in Morrowind. They didn't do it in Skyrim. Well, they kind of did, but they toned it down so it's not that bad. We can't go this way. But Oblivion is just that middle child of, like, it doesn't feel good like Skyrim, and it's not as... I don't know. Morrowind technically has enemy scaling, where, like, enemies in the wilderness will spawn. It's never this bad. Calm down, Valjean. Calm down. That's why I made the guards essentials, so we have as much damage as possible to cut through these enemies, man. Yeah, so this is another example of an Oblivion gate that's part of the main quest, kind of, so I'll probably keep it in. I can't remember when you get to the stage of where you have to close like 8 Oblivion gates to get all the support. There is one in particular that I'm going to keep in because it's pretty fitting for Valjean. It's the one where you have to rescue the Count of Shadenhall's son. And since I sort of wrote it into Valjean's backstory, guy got knocked out, that him and the Count's son were friends, that's a pretty cool like role-playing moment for Valjean, I feel like. Definitely keep that one in. It'll be interesting if one day they return to High Rock, because the majority of NPCs will be 50% resistant to magic. That'll be not fun to play against at all. But if they ever do a Somerset Isles game, all the NPCs will be extra weak to magic, so that could be really funny. Make magic way more powerful. I assume they'd have to like rebalance the entire game around it, but... Even the plants are helping us. Good job. It's kind of funny that Bethesda did all these Oblivion gates, but you know, there's only however many versions of them, like 8, besides the main quest ones.
So far, so
and people said, you know, hey, we don't like this. The Oblivion gates were one of the worst parts about Oblivion, which of course is ironic. It should be one of the best parts. And they said, okay. So they made every single dungeon in Skyrim pretty unique. You know, there's not that many copy-pasted dungeons. I don't think there's a single one that's exactly the same. There might be some that are similar, but they're all pretty different, and most of them have like pretty cool dungeon designs. Like they're at least a little interesting, even if the puzzles are a little stupid. And then Starfield comes out, and for some reason they went back to the whole Oblivion Gate thing but they did it for every single dungeon, where there's like a set of prefabs, and if you've explored one of them, you've explored all of them, including down to like the notes and what do you call them? Terminals you read.
So far,
And it's just like, you guys did not take the right lessons from Oblivion, apparently. People liked Skyrim's dungeons. People liked, I would say, Fallout 4's
so
dungeons.
far.
Fallout 3's dungeons are pretty interesting. Why would you go back?
Here comes another one.
And it's not like it's like procedurally generated, because that would create different dungeons every time. No, it's copy pasted over and over. Well, who approved that? At least like change up the rooms and the notes and stuff. I don't know. I liked Starfield for what it was, but I'm also just a pretty easy person to please. Like, I'm not real picky when it comes to my RPGs. If I can run around and kill stuff and like level up, I'm pretty happy with it. Down you go. At the same time though, I don't really like Souls-like games because they don't have enough story to them. It's a lot of reading item descriptions and talking to NPCs who frankly aren't that interesting to me. But I know I'm in the minority with that. Everyone else seems to like Souls games. I can never get into them. And I've tried. It's not like I tried it once and never thought again about it. I've tried like, it feels like 100 times to get into different Dark Souls games, including Elden Ring, because I was told, well, if you don't like Dark Souls, good chance you still might like Elden Ring. I did not. I didn't really care for it. Just not my type of game. All right, let's grab this Sigil Stone and hope the game doesn't crash. I should definitely save. I closed the gate with Captain Bird. I should ask him if he needs any more help. I think he's got it.
It was an honor to serve with you, sir. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think my guardsmen and I can handle any new gates that open near Bruma.
You better. One of your guys, his armor's a little busted. What are you doing, Joffrey?
Good work. Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates, at least for now. But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The guardsmen of Bruma are not.
I'm pretty sure guards
We need
respawn.
to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any hope of defending it. You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil, as well as the Elder Council. Ask them to send aid to Bruma before it is too late.
What else can I do?
Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xarxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it.
Yeah, so that's the quest I was talking about, where you have to go to each city and close an Oblivion gate. But let's grab the next update from Martin while we're here.
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you himself.
I just talked to him.
Be sure
He
to
says
speak
that
to
the
Joffrey
gods don't
about
have
the blood of
artifacts.
Tiber Septim. I'll
Aren't there a
continue
couple
my study of
artifacts that you can
Mysterium
get
Xarxes.
from the gods? Like, I thought Ariel's bow was the artifact of a god, and like, technically aren't these like swords and gauntlets their artifacts too? Maybe not. Maybe they're just blessed by the divine, so not necessarily their artifacts.
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. I wish there was another way.
Well, he
The
said
armor
that.
is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many lifetimes.
What evil lurks in Sankator?
I do not know. The catacombs of Sankator were sealed by the first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relus, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned. Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death, but we have no other choice. You must succeed.
Well, I haven't failed yet, so...
May Talos guide. I'm worried.
Let's ask him about the armor.
An ancient relic of the first emperor, who became the divine Talos, the patron of our order. After the Battle of Sankator, Tiber Septim gave his armor to the Blades in honor of our role in his victory. The Blades built a shrine in the catacombs of Sankator, on the spot where Tiber Septim received the blessing of Akatosh. The armor has been there ever since. Before evil came to Sankator, this shrine was a place of pilgrimage for all Blades. But no one has visited the shrine and lived to tell the tale in centuries.
Cool, cool.
Keep your heart true and your eyes open.
Can do. All right, well, I do kind of want to do this quest, but let's do the allies for Bruma. So first, he said, let's go talk to the Elder Council, because they're always reliable. And by the Elder Council, he means, what's his name? There he is, High Chancellor. This is the only time you get to talk to him until like the end of the game.
From the Blades, did you say? Joffrey sent you? What's this about? Quickly now.
Jeez, all right. I need aid.
This is terrible news. Under normal circumstances, I would dispatch a legion or two to Bruma immediately. But the circumstances are not normal, are they?
I guess
I've been
not.
pleading for troops for Cyrodiil for weeks, but the generals assure me that the entire Imperial army is already fully committed. Besides, I'd have a full-scale political crisis on my hands if I tried to pull any troops out of the provinces. I'm sorry, but the cities of Cyrodiil will have to fend for themselves for the time being.
Goes to show you that being loyal to the Empire means nothing. I feel like there's some theories that Akato is the protagonist of one of the older Elder Scrolls games. I don't think it's Daggerfall, is it? Or is it like Battlespire? All right, well, we'll just make our rounds and end with Cheydinhal because it's the coolest. Let's go to Coral. Like I said, I will probably just cut out 90% of these because they're not very interesting. They're just Oblivion gates.
It is quite nice to see you again. I hope you are faring well.
No, that's sweet of you. Aid for Bruma.
While I understand Bruma's need, Coral's own defense must come first. I cannot spare any soldiers as long as Coral remains under threat from the Oblivion Gate outside our walls.
I'll take care of it. Cheydinhal might be the only one that has anything going on in it that's actually worth keeping in, so yeah, we're just going to plow through these really quick. I'm going to cut them out. I don't even know if I'll show you the sigil stones because we're probably not going to enchant our armor, so it doesn't really matter. I closed the Oblivion Gate outside of Coral. I should speak to the Countess. All right. 1 down. 7 more to go, or maybe 6. I've lost track.
It is quite... Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my city a great service by closing the Oblivion Gate. I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in the defense of Bruma. Consider it done.
Sweet. All right, on to the next one. Skingrad.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Darn straight you are. Send aid to Bruma.
While Skingrad is threatened by an Oblivion Gate, I cannot spare any soldiers for Bruma. Whatever you may think of me, I still protect my own. This is my city, and Mehrunes Dagon will not have it while I remain Count of Skingrad.
All right, I'll go deal with it. I really wish... I mean, it's kind of cool they let you go to all of the different towns and get guards, but I really wish you could call on your guilds to help you as well. Like, it'd be cool to get some Fighters Guild members, some Mages Guild, like you're the freaking Archmage Guildmaster, even like some Dark Brotherhood Assassins, I don't know. Or like some of your Knights of the Nine. I guess we could go grab some, but it would just be cooler if there was a little bit more faction interaction with guilds in this game. I know they did it on purpose because you can not turn on the Oblivion Crisis until you start the main quest like us, but it would still be cool if there was some integration. All right, well, I'm going to cut you guys in. When we're done here, just another Oblivion Gate.
You're the divine crusader everybody's talking about.
Yep, that's me. I also shut an Oblivion Gate.
Mehrunes Dagon has no more love for my kind than for my mortal subjects. Less, perhaps, as we make poor slaves. You have helped me by closing the Oblivion Gate near Skingrad. I will likewise help you by sending aid to Bruma.
Nice.
Farewell.
It's too bad he doesn't come during the fight. It'd be nice to have a vampire on our team. Okay, well, another person you can ask, and I always forget about this, is you can go to Kvatch. They'll help you out. Because they're homies like that. Plus, we already closed the Oblivion Gate for them. How would you like to close more Oblivion Gates?
Well met. I have few enough men to spare, but you have more than earned our help. I will send what aid I can. Bruma must not share the fate of our city.
Yeah, it's kind of a rundown piece of crap, isn't it? Alright, that one was easy. Let's head to Anvil next. Actually, now that I think about it, can we ask Corvus about it?
Well met.
The Grey Fox? No. Okay.
Farewell.
It's my pleasure.
I need some aid.
I would like to send help to Bruma, but I cannot risk weakening Anvil's defenses with that Oblivion Gate open outside the city.
I thought you might say that. I'll go close it for you. It's cool when you get every town sending help, but man, tedium is the name of the game. Like, I'm basically just running through these Oblivion Gates. I'm not even fighting anybody. I'm just running to the Sigil Stone and closing it because, I don't know, it was a little bit more fun when I was playing the remastered because it looks a lot better, obviously, but I don't know. It's a bit overkill. Oblivion Gates are fun when you don't have to do them. And you're just like, oh, yeah, I want some good loot or something. But yeah, once again, I will cut you in. Alright, it's done.
You saved the church from that wicked old Ayleid king, didn't you? Well done.
I mean, yeah, I also did that, but I did close the Oblivion Gate.
I've heard that you've closed the Oblivion Gate outside Anvil. I honor you for your bravery and service to my city. With Anvil safe for the moment, I will send some of my best soldiers to bolster the Bruma garrison.
Alright. So I think we just have Breville, Leowyn, and Cheydinhal. So let's go to Breville. I don't know what kind of help they could send us, unless it's some sort of plague we can unleash on the Daedra, but we'll try anyways. I need some aid.
I wish I could help. I understand the need to help defend the heir to the throne. It is a duty we all share. But with an Oblivion Gate threatening Breville, I need all my soldiers here.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job, aren't they? Whoa. Is there a Mythic Dawn agent here? This guy's a Mythic Dawn agent? Hans Blacknail?
Well met.
That's random. Yeah, that's always the funny part when you progress the main quest. Guards just start murdering seemingly random people in the streets, but no, they're all actually Mythic Dawn agents who you can go into the houses of and find books. I think usually they just have the first and second edition of the Mehrunes Dagon books, but really funny that you can find that out about them before they start going berserk and attacking people in the streets.
It was you that closed that Oblivion Gate, wasn't it? That was a brave thing to do.
Well, Breville seems like it needs brave people at the moment, so I was glad to help.
Thank you for closing the Oblivion Gate that was threatening Breville. I will send my guard captain, Viera Laris, to Bruma's aid.
Is she good? Do I want her? I mean, I guess she's a guard captain, but that doesn't mean anything. I think it's you, actually, right?
I look forward to fighting these Daedra side by side with the hero of Kvatch.
Yeah, me too.
We'll give them a good fight. They'll know they tangled with the best Cyrodiil has to offer.
The best we have to offer is the captain of the guard of Breville? I don't like our chances. Alright, County Leowyn. Seemingly a nice place until you remember the torture chamber below that him and his wife both seemingly participate in.
How are you faring in your campaign against the remnants of the Black Bow Bandits, Sir Knight?
No, we don't care about none of that. I need some aid.
Leowyn is beset by enemies. The Empire does nothing to help us. Even before this crisis, I did not have enough men to patrol my borders. Now, Daedra are pouring out of an Oblivion Gate on our very doorstep. No, I don't have any men to spare. Bruma will have to look to its own defense.
What a jerk.
Good day.
All right, well, let's go close the gate for him. Since we're a good guy. Normally I might cut him down where he sits, but feeling generous today. I think there's a certain point in the main quest. I don't know the exact moment. Maybe it's when you get the Mysterium Xarxes, or maybe it's when you get the Amulet of Kings. It might be the Mysterium Xarxes, where the maximum number of Oblivion Gates will spawn. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I have a mod that guarantees every single one will spawn. Because to me, that makes it feel more like an Oblivion crisis, right? If it's actually like a hindrance to get anywhere, because there's just Oblivion portals all over. I think I got that mod because originally I had planned on 100%ing the game, doing every single dungeon and every single Oblivion Gate. Obviously, we're not doing that. That sounds miserable, and I'm ready for Anderin's story to actually come to a close. Yeah, it's funny. When you have as much health as we do, you can just walk across the lava. And when you have as much jump as we do, usually you can bypass a lot of stuff. Anyways, I'll cut you in.
Well, with the Oblivion Gate near Leowyn closed, I suppose the immediate threat is lessened. I will do as you ask. Let no one say Leowyn did not do its part to uphold the Empire.
Yeah.
Good day.
I don't know, man. I might still say you guys didn't. Okay. All we have left now is Cheydinhal. I'm not going to cut this one out because it's a little bit more interesting. I actually wrote Anderin's story originally with this quest in mind because I thought it would be a very cool character moment for Anderin, even if the NPC doesn't acknowledge it.
I don't have time to chat right now. With that Oblivion Gate looming outside the city walls, we're bracing for an attack. Perhaps we can speak later.
I need aid for Bruma.
My first responsibility is to the people of Cheydinhal. They look to me for protection in these dark times. With an open Oblivion Gate just outside our walls, I cannot risk weakening Cheydinhal's defenses, even for such a worthy cause.
Okay, tell me about it.
Not long ago, one of those foul gates manifested itself just outside the west gates of our city. Nothing's come out of it yet, but we fear the worst. My son, Farwyll, has taken some knights and entered the gate bravely in hopes of meeting the enemy head-on. If you want to help, and we can use all the help we can get, head over to the gate and lend a hand to the guards.
Sure. See, this quest is already a little bit more interesting because there's someone in there that you can try to save if you want. I wish they had done something with the other ones. I've come upon an Oblivion Gate dominating the landscape outside the walls of Cheydinhal. A few Cheydinhal guards seem to be patrolling its perimeter. I should approach one of them and see if I can render any assistance. I sure can. Wherever they are, there you are.
I'd advise you to keep your distance from that accursed portal.
You're like right on top of it, but sure.
Haven't you heard about these gates to Oblivion opening up all over Tamriel?
No.
Well, then you know what they're capable of producing. Although nothing has come through ever since Farwyll entered.
Farwyll?
About 2 days ago, Count Indaris' son, Farwyll, entered the Oblivion Gate with 6 other men. We haven't heard from them since then. The Count fears the worst, and has posted guards here so we can watch and see if anyone comes back out. So far, nothing. At this point, Count Indaris is offering a reward for the recovery of his son from inside the gate, or confirmed news of his demise. If you find him, or the rest of the Knights of the Thorn, get them out of there. I'm sure the Count would also be pleased if the gate was closed.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, we could do that. Tell me about the Knights of the Thorn.
New to these parts, eh? The Knights of the Thorn are a bunch of rabble who fancy themselves true knights. Farwyll formed the group around 2 years ago. They make grand boasts and talk a good talk, but that's all they are. The real work goes to us, the city guard. I hate to speak ill of them, as something horrible may have happened, but their own bravado got them into this mess.
I was going to say, you're kind of speaking ill of the potentially dead, but why is this behavior tolerated?
It's tolerated because Farwill is the Count's son, plain and simple. He has the power and the coin to put it all together. Most of the time, they lounge around the tavern drinking and making up stories of epic battles with impossible odds that they won. It's all garbage. They never patrol. They never help fight off the occasional bandit that slips into the city. Ah, well, I've said too much already.
Yeah. Tell me about Farwill.
Farwill is a Dunmer, and he's wearing steel plate armor.
Creatures.
His shield should bear the crest of the knights. Nothing but the best for the Count's son.
Guy's got a bone to pick. All right.
Brass child. Now look what he's gotten himself into.
Blessings of Akatosh upon you. Let's get in there. I've stepped through the Oblivion Gate outside of Cheydinhal and now find myself in the dreaded plane of Oblivion itself. Not Oblivion itself. My only chance to destroy the gate and return home would be obtaining the Sigil Stone. Thank you. I'm new to this. I've never done it before. Oh. Well, that's one man who won't be coming back. Spooky. Spooky, spooky. Wow, that was hard. How did they ever live to tell the tale against that scamp? I've located Farwill and one of the survivors of his group. They look wounded and shaken. I should speak to them to learn what's happened.
It's about time someone got here. What took you so long?
Hey. I'm doing all I can, all right? I just shut like 8 Oblivion gates.
We are knights sworn to uphold the laws of Cheydinhal. We fear no being, and we strike fast and true as lightning. Many wish to join our ranks, as we are of the highest echelon. Only a select few may join the finest force ever to grace the lands of Cyrodiil. Until now, we numbered only 7, but attacked like a regiment. Our enemies quake at our approach and falter at our charge. Huzzah!
Oh, I bet. So you're in an Oblivion Gate. How's that going?
I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 20 of them, but they just kept coming. Only Bremen and I remain alive. However, with you here now, we can take the Sigil Stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Cheydinhal. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Let's get you out of here.
Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission is done. It's our way. Now, in my father's name, as Count Indorus of Cheydinhal, I order you to lead me to that Sigil Stone. I suggest we use the Raymond Sweep formation. You'll assault, and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward! Huzzah!
Well, since you are my childhood
Path is
friend,
yours. Lead
I'll
on.
listen to your orders.
Strange. With all the lava, you'd think I'd be warm, but all I feel is a bone-chilling cold. Perhaps it's fear. Even if Farwill doesn't say it, we appreciate that you're here.
I think he's just got caught up in the moment.
Don't judge Farwill too harshly. Most of what he says is fabricated. But he's young, and therefore quite brash and inexperienced. All he wants to do is please his father. I've known him since he was a lad, and fighting to defend Cheydinhal is in his heart. I just wish his heart was bigger than his hubris.
Dang. He heard you say that,
Let's
man.
keep moving.
I was going to comment that. That's something... I mean, you got to give him credit for all of the counts and countesses of Cyrodiil. You know, for all their many faults, they do seem to actually care about their town, you know? I don't know if that can be said about real-life politicians. But, yeah, they seem to care. You know, they're willing to, like, basically do anything they can to defend their city. It's a little honorable, right? You would think like the Count of Breville would turn tail and run, but no, he's holding his own. He's doing the best he can. with the terrible town that was given to him. He didn't choose to be born there. And our spell reflect is killing a lot of people. It's really funny, actually. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep track of 3 idiots now, so let's see how that goes. This is going to be a gauntlet. Even can they like kill a single person by themselves? I don't know. I don't know how good the 2 knights' weapons are. You can also put on a light. It's pretty dark in here. I apologize for that. Yeah, I don't want to hit them because I know they'll get pissy with us, and then we're gonna have to reload. So gotta be careful. It's also just funny hearing the same voice actor say the same combat lines because there's 3 Dunmer now. Yeah, normally I don't think Farewell is essential. This is actually very hard to do late game. Usually he ends up dead, at least in my playthroughs, so it's nice to be able just to make him essential so we don't have to babysit. The less babysitting I have to do, the better. I think this is just a standard Oblivion realm too, so we should just be able to walk straight up to the top. Don't have to go to all those different towers or do something annoying like that. It seems like these enemies are lower leveled too. There's not been a single Zavali here. I wonder if it's because it's like a quest dungeon and so they set the level limit lower or something. Nice, they're all following us. It's a save though. Yeah, this guy's 99 hit points. Maybe they make it easier for you because they know you're gonna be escorting some idiots. How kind of them. Go get them, Valgin. Show them what you're made of. And then the final guy, I guess, is yeah, see, he's not even scaled up. Well, I don't know who you guys are fighting, but I'm just gonna grab the sigil stone. Hopefully you all come with me. I closed the Oblivion gate outside of Cyrodiil. After I touched the sigil stone, I found myself outside of Oblivion and back on Tamriel. I should speak with Farewell.
We made it! I mean, victory is ours once again. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
You've done well. I wouldn't have expected such bravery from someone who isn't a Knight of the Thorn. Now that this battle between good and evil has been won, and the day is ours, you should go speak with my father. He will reward you greatly for escorting me home and closing the Oblivion Gate. Since you have led us to victory, I am hereby giving you the honorary title of a Knight of the Thorn. Your name shall be revered, and your deeds placed into song, to be performed by the greatest bards for generations to come. Congratulations.
Huzzah!
As a Knight of the Thorn, you are now expected to carry this symbol of your knighthood. Carry it proudly, and wear it well.
I will, old friend, I will. Gives you a necklace. What does it do? Fortify Speechcraft 15. Pretty much the most useless necklace ever made, but I appreciate the gesture. All right, let's go turn in the quest, and then I think I'll call it there. Next time we will do the actual like big Siege of Bruma and Sanctor. We're pretty close to the end, you know? I don't think we'll finish next video, but maybe the video after that.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cyrodiil. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks, but he's still my son.
Same.
And I adore him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure you wish to hear of your reward.
Sure, what do I get?
I'm in possession of 2 fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thornblade or the Staff of Indaris.
Oh yeah, I forgot you get this. I don't know. What should we get? I think they're both unique models, even in the base game. The Thornblade's pretty cool. I don't remember what it does. I guess I'll take the staff. I'm more likely to use a staff because the sword we have the Sword of the Crusader. We're just going to use that. We're not going to use the Thornblade, so let's take the staff.
The Staff of Indorus it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydinhal, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell, and may Arche guide you.
Sweet. Can you send aid to Bruma?
I will not forget your service to me and to Cheydinhal. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma.
Sweet.
Bye.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, let's get the staff damage, strength, and shock damage. Ooh, and it looks pretty cool. Shock damage, that's going to be good for the Oblivion Gates. That'll help us get through it faster than before. Seems like it has 60 charges. That's not too bad either. But yeah, a lot of progress made today. Like I said, next time we will do the siege now that we've gathered everyone. And yeah, we'll do Sanker Tor. I think we still need to do some more things. Obviously, we need to head to Paradise. Maybe 2 more videos. And we'll be done with the main quest. And we can start on Shivering Isles. Anyways, if you made it this far and enjoyed this content, consider liking and subscribing if you have not already, as it does help immensely. Other than that, though, actually, that's this is going to be Anderin's future wife, by the way. Keep that in mind.
Cheydinhal is in your debt, friend. That Oblivion Gate had us all living in fear.
Anderin's future wife. She's just walking by. She's so impressed with how mighty of a hero he is. Anyways, thank you for watching, and peace out.